Hi everybody, my name is Jayant Sethi and welcome to a Hall of Fame finisher in blockchain. And today we have a very interesting member. His name is Shubham Dubey. And before I introduce Shubham, I would request all of you to hit subscribe and like this on YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn, wherever you're seeing. My name is Jayant Sethi. I'm the founder of Pixeltests. So Shubham has a fantastic background. He is a recent grad about 3 to 4 years ago. He's graduated from Sardar Patel Institute of Technology. He's currently working at Barclays, which is a Fortune 500 company. And he's a full stack engineer. Before he came into the community at Pixeltests, he's currently a silver member. He's just finished his certification at blockchain. Without further ado, I would bring on Shubham right now.
Yeah. Hi, Jay. Thanks for inviting me for this and giving me this opportunity to share my journey with Pixeltest. I think you have covered almost everything from my introduction perspective, but still, if I have to share about myself, so I did my graduation in 2019 from Sardar Patel Institute, and then there I was offered a placement PPO offer from Barclays after doing 2 months internship there. And then yeah, since then I've been working there for it's been more than 3 years, and yeah, I've been working there as full stack developer, and yeah, planning to switch my career now with help of Pixeltest and the awesome lectures that we have at IIT Madras. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for the time. And excellent. So before, I mean, the purpose, as you know, of this particular session is to listen to your journey a little more closely, pay attention to maybe go back in time, Shubham, and see what were the shifts in your mindset. You're already working, at a fantastic company as a full stack engineer. So that means a trajectory of perhaps web development, going deeper into that. What was your mindset like? If you can go back, I presume you joined the community/course maybe 3 to 6 months ago.
Yeah.
What was the mindset before you came in? Was it in the office or was it peer group colleagues? How did you get this interest in this new technology such as blockchain, etc.? What was specifically going, during the evenings or the nights or in your mind during the day?
Okay. So actually, it's a two-part answer to this question. So I got promoted last year in January 2021 as a full stack developer. And since then, yeah, I've been working for developing various web applications required for my eSaaS team. And so I continued on various projects for at least 5 to 6 months. And then there was one call with my senior member. He is director of my team, and it kind of triggered something inside me, uh, 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 which kind of led me to pursue this blockchain courses and look for a shift in the blockchain journey, towards blockchain journey. So yeah, after 5 to 6 months of working, I was asked to kind of allot few 3 to 4 hours every day for support related tasks at my work. So along with development, I was responsible to support various issues that came from customers. And yeah, it was kind of eating my half a day of time every day for supporting these kind of issues every day. So that was one thing. And second was I think, yeah, at that time also the company started calling their employees to work from office, and they were planning to end the work from home culture. And I actually had been working from home for last 2 to 3 years since COVID. And there's been actually huge benefits in working from home for me, as well as for the office as well, for the company as well. So these two things kind of led me to question the time that I'm giving to the company, and kind of work that I'm doing there. So I started planning to switch to some other technology-based companies. Just give me one second. Yeah. So yeah, so I was looking for various in trend technologies that we have currently. So I started learning various languages from front end side as well as from back end side. So I learned React JS, learned Node JS to be able to switch to some other product based companies. So in doing that, I also came across various blogs and YouTube videos talking about blockchain and yeah, blockchain and stuff. How is it helping transform the way we interact with internet and the way our data is used by these centralized companies. So yeah, so and then I took some courses in LinkedIn as well. I mean, Barclays provides us access to premium courses. So I was lucky enough to yeah I was lucky enough to uh, pursue those courses and complete at least 5 to 6 courses in blockchain. But even after trying 5 to 6 months of learning these technologies, I was not. There was something missing. I could not understand why am I not able to display my skills to the companies. I was not able to convert the opportunities into the jobs. So I attended various workshops as well. There was one, I think you must be aware of. It's offered by DAP University, and they have similar structure where they train individuals to shift, and they help individuals to shift from normal Web 2 project development to Web 3 based, and they also help the individuals to get the job opportunities in blockchain ecosystem. So but I was not confident enough, since it was not the course was offered somewhere from I think USA, and I had no I, I mean, there was no online feedback available from the customers or the individuals who had attended those courses. So I actually finally I decided not to pursue that blockchain course. And then one Sunday I came across this blockchain course, and Latika ma'am, she explained everything, how this course would be and what kind of stuff would be covered, and the networking bit that we'll be able to get in touch with like-minded people. And yeah, so I actually did everything. I subscribed to the course, I did the payment on spot, and yeah, since then I've started working on the improving my technical skill as well as networking in the community.
Awesome, brilliant. So seems like it was like a very well thought out
Yeah,
and extremely like homework driven decision, which is most people actually just jump on the gun, etc. But it seems like
yeah,
you tried multiple places, both at the Barclays course and the other DAP University, etc.
yeah, yeah,
Also good to see somebody who is strong on the programming and the coding piece. I also saw that your CV already by January you had done some sort of dApps or some small smart contracts, even if it was academic. So then
yeah,
it made the concepts. Once you do Professor Pandurangans or the actual syllabus, once you're inside the course, you actually do all of the blockchain elements. Your fundamentals get strengthened, etc. Then the bonus starts becoming that much more easy, which is solidity, smart contracts.
yeah, yeah.
Perfect. Got it. Now, just going back to thank you for sharing that mindset and what you went through, etc. In terms of now, would like to know, you've done probably the orientation, etc. All of that. Did you experience any shifts in terms of mindset? Because one of the focus that I, or at least we constantly believe in, is all three, like IQ, EQ, and SQ. As much as people like it or not, IQ is obviously the intelligent quotient, which techies have
Yeah,
abundant quantity, which is how you do logic, programming, etc. But EQ is your emotional quotient. I'm sure you've been also privy to a few of the law of attraction, etc. And then SQ is like the spiritual sense. But we also have to that end, the yoga sessions, etc. But more importantly, in the orientation, etc. What are the kind of mindset shifts that you probably have witnessed? Would you like to share a few of them? Yeah.
yeah. Actually, yeah. So if I have to share. There's been a paradigm shift, I would say,
Oh,
in terms
okay.
of my spiritual journey as well after joining this course. So I would say the highlight of this course would be that orientation session, which you invited some of the guests, and you discussed with them about the mindset that we should follow in order to uh, have these long-term goals. So I mean, if I have to share, I started measuring my time, measuring my finance, and I was already doing yoga. I mean, I was aware enough and about the physical exercise and yoga. I also, I think before joining this course, I had participated in Vipassana as well for 8 days, but unfortunately I had to leave in between because my grandfather, he had accidental death. So I left that in between, not able to complete that. But yeah, I have a bit of experience in meditation as well, but not was not able to convert that into a daily practice. So that was one thing missing. But yeah, after joining this course, yeah, uh, uh, I started measuring my time, and I came to know that every day I have at least 5 hours to exercise. So I could not, I had in my mind that I'm actually using all my time very well. I'm very disciplined. But after doing that exercise every day, measuring every hour of the day, I came to know that I still have some time which I can use for, I can better utilize for various other things that I want to achieve. So I started reading books. So that was one thing. So I started giving at least an hour every day uh, to read. I have 2 to 3 books in my bucket list. So I started reading those books, and meditation I've not yet started, but I think I would start it sooner. Once I'm able to complete all the blockchain related contents, and I'm able to achieve the one three short term goal that I've set for myself. Actually, yeah, after achieving that, I think I would have some time for me to start doing meditations and think from that perspective. So yeah, these were the few things. I think they have helped me a lot. I think, yeah, from technical perspective, I had already done various projects, but somehow the mindset, I was very confused as to how to approach the interviews, how to go through these technical interviews and HR interviews. Have not yet I have not yet been successful in terms of getting any crypto related job, but I think I'm already successful in terms of measuring and best utilizing my time. And job and startups, they are just an outcome of what I'm already doing. So yeah, I think it has helped me a lot. Yeah. And just I'll try to continue this habit. And yeah, it has helped me a lot.
Wow. How old are you again? Remind me.
I'm 24.
Wow. I mean, I wish I'm envious right now that I wish I had half your maturity at 24. No, but you're absolutely right in that the mindset is supremely important. And
Yeah,
for those who've already, tasted or on the path to that, um, then this sort of, it makes a lot more sense about orientation. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, yeah,
definitely, we are very fortunate and blessed to have him. Thing is, it's a rat race, and I continue to espouse and advocate that and all of us are rab lads. Some like me have run faster in that. Some are at different paces, but if you don't have like a zoomed out approach,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
we will fall flat and something else will give away. Like maybe it could be your personal life, or it could be your relationship with your maybe your girlfriend, spouse, or parents, or
yeah,
bosses, etc. And all those symptoms come out, or even with yourself, but you don't know what to do. And yeah, it's a natural progression. It will happen very nicely. Maybe a Web3 company or your own startup or whatever the
yeah, yeah,
case may be. And people, even if who get the jobs, are sometimes not very satisfied. But this way, you can at least attract the right opportunity. Cool. So now, in terms of going back to circling back to the topic of the discussion, etc. Um, what really excites you now that you've seen full stack and blockchain? What really excites you about this this technology, specifically in terms of like, or maybe even broadly, is it something in terms of maybe the math concepts or the hash functions or the decentralized nature? See, blockchain is so new that you only have the early adopters. Like somebody, like one of my friends got into it, loved Linux. Like all the time he was writing Linux code when we were still figuring out Tetris and Minesweeper on Windows. Like was there something like that, or was it just purely like a slightly financial decision? Doesn't seem like in your case, but there should be some other shift that attracted to this newer technology, right? But this I'm asking again, as you begin to answer from a perspective of what the user or the viewer is looking at, whoever is watching this, going to watch this YouTube video, in terms of, it cannot be purely just commerce. Like, okay, I'm going to get a 30% hike, so let me do this. That is a very short-term, one-night stand approach, as opposed to like a very, very long-term approach. Shubham, so
I think you're correct in saying that it was not completely financial based decision, because in my current organization, I'm already being pampered and being promoted every every 1 year. So even this year, I think they are planning to promote me to some management level post. But still, somewhere in my mind, I had this question when I started learning about blockchain, whether the current skills and tool set that I've learned, whether they'll be useful going forward in future, whether I'll be able to contribute at similar levels, whether these technologies will become obsolete in coming future. So after going through various online contents that we have, online blogs, so I understood the concept behind blockchain and what kind of triggered the Satoshi Nakamoto, if I have to be precious, to bring about this technology and keep it open source. So we already know how Web2 based use case projects work. They are very centralized in nature. They don't have any. I mean, they are secure, but still they are prone to various attacks that we have seen in our past. And also transparency is nowhere seen in these Web2 use cases. So blockchain, I think it solves all three problems. It is decentralized. There is no single person having power to take decisions on these Web3 projects. I think recently, if you talk about the Twitter drama that is going on, so Elon Musk, he just bought the company, and he single-handedly had the power to fire Parag Agarwal from his company. So that is, I think, not possible in Web3 project. And it's I think it is one of the best feature that blockchain provides. And the security, as it uses cryptography, and various it's very hard to break into these systems, especially blockchain, the way they have been designed. And they are also decentralized, as we can see. It's not running on one particular server. So there are servers running across the world, where even if they are resilient enough, even if 50% of the servers go down, they'll be able to handle all the requests in very transparent manner. Everyone is able to go through any transaction that is happening on the blockchain, whether it's a transaction or there's no actually differentiation in terms of that. So after learning these kind of stuff, I came to know that blockchain is not, it is not just a trend. It is here to stay for a longer term. I mean, AI has already been there, and it has been accepted by across the world. But blockchain, we still have some people against it. They have their views that it is not good from security perspective, from finance perspective. But still, we have an examples like Uniswap. They have been doing such a good work, and I think it has been received. It has received recently. They have received some investment from in one of the seed round. So they are doing pretty well. And in the future, I think as the technology matures, I think there'll be widespread adoption of this. blockchain technology across the world in every industry, whether it is agriculture, whether it is core technical industry. I think, yeah, it will be adopted widespread. Yeah.
Awesome. That's actually a very, very well thought out, well conceived framework of thinking in terms of seeing the future technologies. Obviously, you have a good tailwind in terms of you're already in tech, so you know what are the technologies, what are the softwares or scripts as opposed to the non-trending. But it takes a lot of guts to and courage and patience and sincerity and hard work to actually commit to a course and try and finish it. In terms of going back to the syllabus, etc., what did you like about Professor Pandurangan or the other faculty or the IIT Madras CC? Like what syllabus, pedagogy, or just the style of course? What did you specifically like? Any 2 or 3 points? Would love to know.
Yeah. So I've already shared with you that orientation was the best. I think it was the best. It is the highlight of this whole blockchain course. But if I have to talk about from blockchain perspective, I think I'd been before joining this course, I'd been learning about the Solidity, which is mainly used to write smart contracts on Ethereum. So I was technically I was able to understand the code that people were writing, and I was able to write and think of the solution in terms of the coding. But when it comes to the Ethereum node works, how the consensus is achieved. So I did not have any knowledge on those fronts. So when I started attending these blockchain courses, mainly offered by I think it was Professor Pandurangan sir. So so it was Professor Pandurangan sir, and he actually went very deep in terms of how every transaction is achieved, whether it is in terms of mining in blockchain or whether it is validation in Ethereum. Every concept was handled very well by Professor Pandurangan sir, and even we had, I think, lab courses which kind of helped us kind of visualize the working of these blockchain network. So I think, yeah, it covered almost every perspective of blockchain in terms of theory as well as practical. But if I have to be honest, I mean, the coding not that it was at only beginner level, I would say, but the concept and everything, it was covered very well by Pandurangan sir, and it helped me understand the working of a Bitcoin as well as Ethereum. And if even Satya sir and Srinivasan sir, they were very they explained every.
Shubham, we kind of lost you.
In terms of the content that was taken and covered by various professors, I think from concept perspective, everything was I mean, in terms of proof of work, the consensus protocol. Sorry, Jay, I think actually, can we wait for a few seconds?
Sure. So what I had asked, Shubham, I'll just repeat that once again because we had a network issue. So wanted to a little bit more, since you have researched a lot, you had experienced on your own trying to learn independently from different sources like YouTube or maybe LinkedIn and all, blogs, by your own admission. What was unique about pedagogy of Professor Pandurangan or Satya Perry or Sripati, the faculties that we had both from Pixeltests and from IIT Madras, CCE slash Pravartak? Wanted to know, what you liked the bits, which parts that you found really, as USPs, etc. Would love to know more about from a pedagogy or a teaching
Mhm.
or a delivery standpoint. Thank you in advance.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So as I said, so I had been learning about this blockchain for more than a year now. So initially I started learning through free courses. There are a lot of free courses available on YouTube and various documentations that these blockchain networks provide. So I started learning the coding part from these online free stuffs, and also attended the LinkedIn premium courses. But these were only teaching, these courses only taught me about how we can write Solidity code, how we can interact with blockchain, how we can get the transaction recorded on these blockchains. But I did not understand how actually what happens in the background when I put a request on any of the blockchain that we have, public blockchains, whether it is testnet or mainnet. So whenever I request anything from those blockchain networks, how do they process? How do they arrive at consensus? So these questions were, I think, they were not getting. I went through the blogs, but they were not clear enough to make me understand about these concepts. So after going through this course initially, so Professor Pandurangan sir, initially he took the example of Bitcoin network and explained us I think every network has got three parts. So there is one consensus part. So they have a kind of algorithm to arrive at consensus. It is basically deciding whether a transaction would be approved and it would be recorded in blockchain or not. So that was explained exceptionally well, I think, uh, as to how it works, and how the nodes in the network, they arrive at consensus. So that consensus mechanism was covered very well. And along with that, the architecture of these blockchain networks. So Professor Pandurangan sir, he took the example of Bitcoin network, and then we had Professor Srinivasan sir and Satya sir. He explained us the workings of Ethereum blockchain network as well. So there is a slight difference in terms of the consensus mechanism. So recently, after September merge, it has now moved from proof of work to proof of stake. But everything else is kind of similar, and they use one or the other consensus mechanism to approve the transaction and handle the requests that are coming from various clients across the world. So these concepts, I think, uh, and they were explained very well from these lecturers. So yeah, I love this part actually.
Wow, that's a very, very, again, well thought out sort of input in terms of what you have imbibed and absorbed from the course. So, more power to you in terms of
Yeah.
learning, understanding of these concepts. Brilliant. Now, moving on to, the last sort of question. So before I ask the last question, do you have any other words to say, or any thoughts or inputs to say in general by and
Yeah,
large?
yeah. I think I know that we are already working on using one of the platform where we would be able to interact with the other community members directly. So for now, we are using kind of these community sessions with you to exchange our emails and get in touch with the other. Using those sessions, I kind of managed to be friends with uh, 3 to 4 people in the same blog. blockchain area, and we are already working on some I've well utilized those community sessions, and I think the platform that you guys are planning to bring, it would help us interact with other and reach other members as well from those community. So yeah, we're just waiting for that.
Wow, that's amazing to know that 3 to 4 members have gotten together and they're trying to build something that, and it'll definitely
Yeah.
take shape. So coming back to this, I wanted to know what is, so for, let's say, somebody who's watching this, who has similar profile such as yours, who's a techie, who's a youngster, and who's on the fence of trying to evaluate, trying to come into this course plus community, trying to evaluate, there are multiple options, etc. What are your 2 cents to them? Like, what is your final takeaway, message, or do they have to come? Do they have like what is your final takeaway message?
Yeah. I think your video is stopped.
One sec.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now.
I can see you now. Yeah. Okay. So so I think from my experience, learning only the technical part of the blockchain would not help us convert the opportunities to any sort of job in blockchain ecosystem. I think before joining this course, I was living in my own world. I was very isolated with the real world, and I think success is only measured when your imagination is close to the reality, how close you are, how close your perspective is to the real world. So I was living I was living in isolation, so I had no networking on any of these social media. I was just learning and doing my own stuff, just applying on the LinkedIn job application portal, and I was nothing working out. But after joining this workshop and attending those mindset orientation programs, I come to know that the importance of networking, the importance of to be able to sell yourself, to be able to sell your skills, how important they are in terms of converting your skills and talents, your into some job opportunity. So these things, I mean, after there was one assignment when I was that orientation session to write about my future 5 year on LinkedIn. So I was very hesitant enough initially, but then managed to write my first article about my future 5 year. And then yeah, after that it was very easy to start socializing with people, and people started connecting with me who are working on similar projects on blockchain networks. So yeah, after that it has been kind of, I've started enjoying this journey. And yeah, I'm not uh, uh, I would say I'm not uh, stressful about getting the job, but I'm enjoying the journey itself. Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. That's very powerful, and glad to see you've taken action and done the assignment and gone in. That itself is like 99% of the problem solved. When you, for a reticent person, for an introvert person, to go out, write, put yourself out there. I remember that LinkedIn message. I think you tagged me also, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
being exposed to whatever they might tell or say, and then turns out after that you realize like not many people have seen it. Not many
Yeah. Yeah.
people have written anything. Then you understand that, oh, people are really no time. But actually coming out of that breaking out of that glass ceiling is the most important, and from there you can only keep going up and up and up and up. So yeah, yes, correct. I realized I was a techie too. I mean, a techie, so I understand the mindset. We are so caught up with ourselves, etc. We love to romance our own world and our own mind palace, like what Sherlock Holmes says, that we forget that the most important thing is sales, marketing, just putting yourself out there, competing
Mm.
and getting rejected. Like getting rejected is so important. And I think you're doing that. You're
Yeah.
on the path to doing that. And more importantly, your mindset's calmer, so you're not outcome oriented, which is phenomenal. Cool. So with that, we do come to the the end of this particular session. Was again great to have you. Phenomenal to see kind of the strides you're making, at such a young age. So I'm mildly envious of that as well. And thank you, for coming on and spending time with us. Thanks, Shubha.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Jay. Thanks.